ChatGPT has been around since late 2022, and since then there have been several updates to it. And as many updates there have been to it, so have there been tutorials about ChatGPT. But how many of these tutorials focused on teaching blind and visually impaired persons how to use the platform? This is how to use ChatGPT the screen reader way. Thank you so much for making it Blind Accessibility Tips again. So quickly before we get into the lesson, just letting you know that we have started to create step-by-step quick tutorials from our YouTube transcripts. So all the YouTube tutorials that we're doing here, starting from the video before this one, we have started to create step-by-step tutorials, and they are placed on our website. So you can go to our website at blindaccessibilitytips.com and search for our tutorials from YouTube and you would find it. Or you could just look in the description. I will drop the link in the description below. So now you have entered into our ChatGPT series, and in this first episode we're going to focus on teaching you how to use ChatGPT on the internet from your desktop computer. So first things first, what is ChatGPT exactly? ChatGPT is a smart chatbot created by OpenAI, which gives you instant human-like responses. You can ask it to explain things, you can ask it to write messages, summarize text, or even just have fun. Alright, so let us learn how to use it now. I have already opened my web browser of choice, which is Chrome. Now to get to ChatGPT, go to your address bar or use the keystroke Ctrl-L and then type the web address chatgpt.com or chat.openai.com. But of course, it's just easier to type chatgpt.com. So pressing that.
CATTGP P-UNSELT M unselected.
Then press enter.
ChatGPT document. Main landmark. Section multi-line editable. Ask anything.
Right, and you realize it's already telling us to ask it anything. So you will be presented immediately with the ChatGPT interface where you can type a question and the chatbot will respond. But this interface, if you are not logged in, you'll find that there are a lot of limitations. So it's better you sign up and then you will have access to all that ChatGPT has to offer, well, at least in the free version. So to get out of this message error, which of course you heard the camera click sound, I like to say, which tells us that NVDA or screen reader has gone into focus mode. But of course in focus mode you won't be able to move anywhere along the screen, except you would just be stuck inside the message area. So I am just going to escape, and to get to the top of the screen or the top of this web page, I'm going to press Control Home.
Out of section same page link skip to
And now I'm going to down arrow and we're looking for sign up.
Main landmark menu button collapsed submenu ChatGPT button login.
Login. You'd use this if you already have a ChatGPT account, but if you do not, down arrow
Button sign up for free.
and you would enter on this button that says sign up for free.
Login. OpenAI. Create an account form landmark. Email address edit email address blank.
And this is now telling you to create an account, and again you heard ChatGPT go into focus mode because it's in the area where it wants you to type your email address, and that sound means that NVDA is now out of focus mode. So I can down arrow to hear the rest of what is on this page.
Button continue.
So above that, let me go back
Edit
up.
email address.
That is the email address area that we're coming from. You would have entered your email address there, then down arrow
Button continue.
and press enter on continue. Or you could use the other methods. Let's down arrow to see them.
Already have an account? Or button graphic Google logo.
Google logo, you could sign up with Google.
Button continue with Google. Button graphic Microsoft logo.
Microsoft,
Button graphic Apple logo.
Apple, another method. And now I'm on a screen where ChatGPT is giving me some tips before it actually puts me onto the actual interface where we will use the chatbot. So the tips here, I went to the top of it with Control Home.
Heading level 2 ChatGPT.
So let me just control down arrows so we can hear what it's saying.
Tips for getting started. Ask away. ChatGPT can answer questions, help you learn, write code, brainstorm together, and much more.
Giving you some information about the chatbot, telling you the fact that, ChatGPT can be wrong and you must be careful about how you use ChatGPT. Make sure you read it. When you do it, I'm just going to tap to OK.
Help center link. OK, let's go button.
OK, let's go button. Pressing enter.
ChatGPT document blank.
And now we are on the chatbot where we can talk to it. And again, automatically, it activates the message area where you can actually type your request to the chatbot. But I'm going to escape to get out of that. Go to the top of the screen.
Out of section clickable same page link skip to content.
So firstly, right now what I'm going to do, down arrow, so that we can understand the different sections of this ChatGPT screen. Alright, or web page. Let me down arrow.
Heading level 2 chat history.
First thing, notice this here says heading level 2 chat history. Heading level. That is telling us that ChatGPT seems to be accessibly set up with heading level hierarchical structures. So it means that we can press H to jump through the ChatGPT screen by headings. Alright, well, let's down arrow again.
Chat history navigation landmark same page link home. Menu button collapsed submenu apps. Button expanded close sidebar.
This button here says close sidebar. There's actually a sidebar that comes up on the left of the ChatGPT screen, and that usually has your chat history. I don't have any chat history right here because it's a new ChatGPT account I created for this tutorial. But if you had been talking to ChatGPT over time, every conversation gets logged as a chat history item, and it will be shown here in the left side pane of the ChatGPT screen. If you were to enter on this button here, it would actually close that left pane and you would not hear those items when you arrow through. Okay, let's continue down.
Same page link new chat.
New chat. So if you were already talking with the chatbot here and you decide, okay, no, I just want a new chat, you could come up, find this link and press enter, and it would give you a new chat.
Link Sora.
Sora is actually OpenAI's video AI model. So if you were to enter on it, you'd be able to create a video, but I think you'd have to have a paid version of ChatGPT. So let's continue.
Link GPTs.
Link GPTs here mean that if you were to enter on this, you'd be able to go and find other GPTs that people create to perform different tasks. We'd have to talk about that in another video. But yes, if you were to enter on this, you'd be able to see a set of other chatbots that other people create based on ChatGPT. Let me down arrow.
Menu button collapsed submenu open profile menu.
Open profile. If you were to enter on this, obviously you would go onto a page where you can change certain things about your profile or see certain things about your profile. Let me down arrow.
Main landmark button get plus.
And get plus here just really means that you'll be able to go and get a paid version of ChatGPT if you were to enter on this. Let me down arrow.
Button menu button collapsed submenu ChatGPT clickable button turn on temporary chat.
And this button says turn on temporary chat. Now let me explain what that means. When you have ChatGPT that you have signed into, over time ChatGPT can actually remember things that you had typed into it before. So if today you had a conversation with ChatGPT talking about your dog, tomorrow when you have another conversation with it, it has the capacity to remember that you have a dog with those abilities. So ChatGPT has the ability to remember things about you, and those chats would show up in your chat history that would show up on the left side of your screen. However, if you want a chat where you don't want to be logged, it's just a stupid question you want to ask ChatGPT, you don't want it to be showing up in your chat history, you would use this button here that says temporary chat. When you enter on this, it takes you into another screen where you'd be able to talk to ChatGPT as usual. But ChatGPT will not remember anything from any other conversations you had with it, and it will not save anything from that chat as well to your chat history. Alright, so you can use this temporary button if you want. Let's down arrow.
Heading level 1 what can I help with?
What can I help with? So now we're getting into the area where the chatbot wants to help us. Let's down arrow.
Clickable section multi-line editable ask anything.
And this editable area says ask anything. This is the area that every time you go onto ChatGPT, this is the area that always gets automatically activated with NVDA. When you press enter on this area, yes, NVDA goes into focus mode and you'll be able to type your message to the chatbot. Let's continue on because we're still exploring.
Out of section clickable menu button collapsed submenu add photos and files.
There are times when you want to give ChatGPT certain information. Maybe you want to show it your bio about yourself. Maybe you want to give it a picture of yourself and you want it to create an animation picture for you or something. But if you need to submit files to the chatbot, this is the button you would use to do so. Okay, let's down arrow.
Menu button collapsed submenu choose tool.
Tools, this is a very important button. Let me just press enter on this so we can see the options we get.
Menu.
Down arrow.
Study and learn radio menu item not checked 1 of 6.
Study and learn. This is a new tool that ChatGPT has come up with. We will learn how to use these tools in other videos, but just to show you them from now, let's down arrow.
Create image radio menu item not checked 2 of 6.
Create image, let's down arrow.
Think longer radio menu item not checked 3 of 6.
Think longer, because sometimes the chatbot spits out information quite quickly and sometimes it will hallucinate and so on. You can ask it to think a little longer to come up with better responses. Down arrow.
Deep research radio menu item not checked 4 left more available on September 1st 4 of 6.
And this says deep research. Now this is an excellent tool. When you enter on this, you get a version of ChatGPT that will do very deep research. It does not answer as quickly as the regular chatbot does, and it takes its time to give you accurate responses, actually searches the internet and so on. And as you can see, it's telling me 4 left because ChatGPT only gives you a limited amount of this tool to use within a time. So you don't want to just use this tool willy-nilly, right? You want to use it when you really need it.
Web search radio menu item not checked 5 of 6.
And this says web search.
Canvas radio menu item not checked 6 of 6.
All right, and that's it. Let me escape.
ChatGPT document blank. Main landmark clickable choose tool menu button collapsed submenu.
Right, and we're back on the choose tool menu. Right, let's move past tool. Let's down arrow.
Clickable button dictate button.
Dictate. So if you're tired of typing, you can use this dictate button. I don't know if some of us might be used to using dictation on our phones. Same thing here. You open the microphone with this dictate button, you speak, and it inputs the text into the message area for you. Let me down arrow.
Clickable button start voice mode.
This is start voice mode. Now this mode is excellent. Of course, to be able to do this, you would have to allow the microphone usage in your browser. I'm using Google Chrome, so I would have to allow the usage of the microphone in my Chrome browser. But when you enter on this, ChatGPT goes into voice mode, so you talk to it and it talks back to you. You wouldn't have to be reading text because it will just talk back to you. All right, let me down arrow.
List with 4 items button create image.
And there are several other hints here that ChatGPT is telling you that you can do with it. Create image.
Button summarize text.
Summarize text.
Button brainstorm.
Brainstorm.
Button analyze data.
Analyze.
Out of list button more.
And that is it. You realize
Button more.
we have no further to go on the ChatGPT screen. We have successfully gone through the whole screen with our down arrow. Now let's go back to the top of the page with Control Home.
Link skip to content.
And let us jump through the page with H by headings. Pressing H.
Chat history heading level 2.
Chat history. Now under this section is where you would find the log of all the chats you have with ChatGPT. But since we don't have any right now, we don't even need to down arrow under this section because we will not find any chats, right? Let's press H again.
Main landmark what are you working on? Heading level 1.
Main landmark, what are you working on? So anytime you hear it asks questions like these, it means that it is near the area now where you would begin to see the current chat between you and ChatGPT. You'll be able to see your questions to it as well as its responses in this area, right? But of course, we don't really have anything typed as yet. So let me continue to press H.
No next heading.
So there's no other heading on the page. Let's go back up to the top, Control Home.
Out of section link skip to content.
So if you're at the very top of the screen, but you want to get immediately to the area where you type the message to the chatbot, just press E for edit.
Main landmark clickable section multi-line editable ask anything.
Right, and we're there automatically. Press enter to activate it, and you hear that sound, which means that NVDA has gone into focus mode, and now we can go ahead and type our message to ChatGPT. Let us ask it to write a short message, telling our friend to call us back. So let me just type that in.
Double I-W-R-I-T-E space A space S-A-O.
All right, I have typed it in. So now all I have to do is press enter, and look what happens.
ChatGPT is generating a response. ChatGPT says, sure. Here's a simple message you can send. **, hey, give us a call back when you get a chance. **, would you like it to sound more formal, casual, or urgent?
And that's it. Look how quickly that was within a few seconds. As soon as we typed, hit enter, ChatGPT automatically gave us the response in a few seconds. And at the end of the response, it always asks, how else can it help you? So it would ask you, can I do this for you, or can I do that next for you? The other thing I want you to notice is that ChatGPT automatically reads out its responses to us. And that's what I like about ChatGPT. I use other chatbots like Gemini, and you find that it doesn't automatically read out loud the responses to you. You will literally have to deactivate your focus mode to come out of the message area and then find your way into the responses to read it. But since we do want to go up and interact with the message that it gave us, let me escape to get out of the message area. And I'm going to press Shift H to get up to the message.
ChatGPT said, heading level 6.
And you realize it is saying ChatGPT said. Let me press Shift H again to go above.
You said, heading level 5.
And this one says, you said. So you realize that now that we have responses between us and ChatGPT, the letter H is now taking us through the different levels of the conversation between us and ChatGPT. So just to ensure that you're not confused, let me go straight back up to the top of the screen, Control Home.
Link skip to content.
And we're going through with headings again, pressing H.
Chat history heading level 2.
That's the chat history that we know comes next, the second heading on the page. Let's press H again.
Chat history navigation landmark chats complementary landmark chats heading level 2.
You realize you're getting this second section that says chat history again. That is because we now have some form of conversation between us and the chatbot. So the chat history section here has now been populated. So let me just down arrow under this section to hear what is
Same page link 688 at 03D35B0 dash.
This thing about 688, don't worry about it. This was a chat I had before. I think it was some picture thing, but it named it that very weird name. But the point is, it is alluding to a conversation that I had before with ChatGPT. Let me down arrow.
Same page link right callback message.
And this one says, same page link, right callback message. That's the conversation we're now having with ChatGPT. Let me down arrow.
Same page link menu button collapsed submenu open conversation options.
Okay, so there are no other conversations, all right? So let me move away from this section by pressing H again to jump to another heading.
Main landmark you said, heading level 5.
And now it has gone into what I said. And if you were to down arrow, you would hear what you said or what I said.
Write a short message asking our friend to call us back.
Let me press H again to go to the other heading.
ChatGPT said, heading level 6.
And now it has jumped to ChatGPT's response to my question. Let me down arrow to read what ChatGPT wrote here.
Sure. Here's a simple message you can send. Hey, give us a call back when you get a chance.
Great, and that is what ChatGPT said to us. Now I'm going to down arrow some more, and I want you to listen to the buttons that come under the ChatGPT response.
Would you like it to sound more formal, casual, or urgent?
Okay, so that's a conversation finishing there. Let me down arrow again.
Toggle button not pressed copy.
Now this is a very convenient button to use. So if ChatGPT gave a response that you wanted to copy and paste somewhere else, maybe you want to paste it into Word, maybe you want to paste it into Google Docs, you could just enter on this copy button, and all of the ChatGPT response that you just got would be copied onto your clipboard. Then you could just go and paste it into a word processor, right? Let me down arrow.
Toggle button not pressed good response.
These are the buttons here. You could use it to tell the chatbot whether or not you liked the response.
Toggle button not pressed bad response. Toggle button not pressed read aloud.
And read aloud here, of course, is asking ChatGPT to reread the message for you. Let me press it.
Loading unavailable.
Sure. Here's a simple message you can send. Hey, give us a call back when you get a chance. Would you like it to sound more formal, casual, or urgent?
And you realize it read it back out to us in a very nice voice. So yes, you can press enter on that read aloud button and it would read it out in a better voice than the screen reader voice. Let me down arrow.
Clickable main landmark toggle button not pressed edit in canvas.
Okay, we would have to explore that in another video.
Toggle button not pressed share.
Share, you could actually share a conversation.
Menu button collapsed submenu switch model.
Switch model. So here is where you could actually switch the ChatGPT model. I think by default it's on ChatGPT 4.0. Down arrow.
Clickable section multi-line editable ask anything.
And you realize now we're back to the message area where it's asking us to ask anything. All right, let's do some more practice. I want a new chat. I don't want to continue with this chat. So I'm going to go to the top of the page.
Out of section link skip to content.
With Control Home. And I know that new chat is there somewhere at the top and that it is a link. So I'm just going to press K until I hear that new chat link. Pressing K.
Chat history navigation landmark home link.
Okay, not that K again.
New chat control plus shift plus O link.
Oh, this one it is. New chat. So I'm going to press enter on this.
Main landmark. Section multi-line editable. Ask anything.
Right. And automatically we get a new chat. ChatGPT has cleared the old conversation that we had from us. And now the response area is clear again. And we are automatically placed in the message area. All right, and that is all there is to quickly using ChatGPT on the internet. Yes, when you're using the desktop app, the experience is a little bit different, and we're going to do it in a follow-up episode in our ChatGPT series. But for the internet, this is how it is used. Pretty simple. You go to chatgpt.com. When you get onto the ChatGPT screen, you can navigate with the H to go through by headings. If you press H a couple of times, you will get to your chat history. If you are to down arrow under there, you would see a list of the different conversations that you had previously had with ChatGPT. And if you wanted to open any of them, you could just press enter, right? And then you would continue that conversation with ChatGPT. Pressing H continuously. If you have a conversation open, H will also take you through the conversation between you and ChatGPT. As those exchanges between you and ChatGPT are set up like headings on the page. So you press H, you would hear what you said. You press H again, you would hear what ChatGPT said. And sometimes what ChatGPT responds actually has several heading levels under it as well, because maybe that response was quite extensive, but the H would take you through all those headings. And if you want to go back, of course, you use Shift H to go back by headings. If you want to jump to the message area at any time, which is where you type your request to ChatGPT, just press E. It takes you immediately to the edit area or the message area. Once you press E and you get there, press enter to activate it, which means that NVDA or even JAWS will go into focus mode, and you'll be able to type what you want to say to ChatGPT. And then after typing it, press enter. Your response goes to ChatGPT. When it finishes its processing, it will type the response for you on the screen as well as read out the response. Even though it read out the response to you, if you want to interact with the message, because maybe you want to hear another part over again, or maybe you want to copy a section of what it said, then you would have to escape to get out of that message area, and then press Shift H to go backwards, which will take you into the conversation area between you and ChatGPT. And there is where you could use your regular navigation keys, your up and down arrows or your control up and down arrows to go through the text as usual to read whatever is there. Okay, here is where we end the video. I hope the information was helpful. I hope you understand how to at least navigate the ChatGPT webpage. Now, ChatGPT webpage is of course a regular webpage that you would navigate using your regular internet navigation quick keys, your regular techniques as a screen reader user. And if you don't know all of those, you can always go and check out our video where we teach blind persons how to navigate internet web pages with your screen reader. I will drop that link in the description below, so go look for it. Also, if you would like to be able to download keyboard shortcuts for the internet, you can always go and check out our downloadables page at blindaccessibilitytips.com/downloadables, and you'll be able to get a free download of these keyboard shortcuts in a handy Microsoft Word document that you can just have to use at your fingertips. If this video was helpful to you, please let me know in the comments. Tell me what part of ChatGPT you like. Tell me how you have used it in the past. Tell me how this tutorial will help you, and leave a like. See you in our next video where we will look at how ChatGPT operates in the desktop app. See you then.